G'day, I'm Kevin Young. I'm Australia's most successful property investor, but I started out poor, and I'm constantly being asked, how do you do it? How do you get there? You ask me, I'll give you the solutions. Between us, we'll make you wealthy. Robert, a great question. What I'd like to do now is show you behind the scenes that we actually have a lot more freebies for you that most people aren't aware of. A story I can give you is a mate of mine in Sydney many years ago invited me to see a friend of his, a real estate agent. Went out the back and he had these coffee mugs with people's faces on them. And I said, what are they? And he said, well, when someone gives us a property to sell or someone buys off us, we take a photo and we tell them it's going to go on the mug. And they think that's delightful. But back here, we just say that was a mug and we had a drink out of it. Out of him or out of her. And that's the way they treat sellers or buyers. There's no long-term commitment to their prosperity or their needs. And that's the big thing that we're doing different with the club, is that we're set up to look after them long-term all the time. And sure, things go wrong with properties, they go wrong with cars, but no one's there to hold a hand when things do go wrong. Well, we are there to hold the hands. So I know you're keen to see behind the scenes. Let's go upstairs and see who's working hard for you. So the left-hand side of our building upstairs and downstairs is where we're helping people who are disadvantaged or unemployed. And this is our Club Cares charity that we have. Right-hand side, we have our IT department, and that handles the whole system all around Australia that keeps you in contact with your local members, who are all across Australia, of course. That's my little office when I'm here. Most of the time I'm in the boardroom. And this is the boardroom where we spend a fair bit of our time helping you with various issues that come up. And if you ask for something to be done, this is where we investigate to see how we can make that a free service for you. And so you'll see all the free service we've added. This is where the club is. So we're right across Australia with our branch managers. And each branch manager has probably 10 or 20 mentors that they've got to look after. And that's why when you come along and you talk to a mentor or a branch manager, they do some unusual things. They tell you where they live, agents don't. They tell you the names of the people that they've helped, agents don't. And they give you the list of their own properties to show you you're talking to someone who is successful in property. They walk the walk and talk the talk. Jonathan has joined us as a solicitor, but also an urban environmental planner. Yeah, big title, yeah, big boy. Yeah. Over here we've got what Roxy would call the heart of the club, of course. Roxy does a lot of my research and sets up details, as you've seen. Is responsible for the Daily Notice, the Rate Club that goes out every week, Insights.
And social media.
And social media, among all the other 184 jobs she's got. With the headphones on, that's where sales come in from around the country. Properties are listed and sent back out, or properties taken off the list as they're sold. Behind there is Keith and Anne. Anne's not there at the moment, she's feeling a bit crook today, but Keith does a great job going out and checking the properties before they're settled, to make sure that things are fixed up, that you can't get builders back to fix up once you're settled. And most people who buy properties will have a nightmare story about the fact they've bought, paid the builder, can't get the builder back to fix the things. And the worst thing that can happen is the tenant doesn't pay you, you can't pay your mortgage and you go belly up. So Keith is the I was going to say the angel for us. Is that the proper word for us?
Probably
to
not
protect
the
us.
correct word.
But he's working hard. Tracy doesn't want to be videoed, but Tracy works very hard and does a lovely job. Keeps in touch with our members, does surveys for us, etc. The GM has another office, which is here. And we have our barrister on working very hard in there. He's on a conference call. Yeah. And when the videos you see coming through here come out through thanks to Matt. So this is the hard-working Virginia. So if you're getting an email from me, it'll probably be because of Virginia. And Virginia likes me so much that she's got a picture of me that she looks at every day, as you can see. Thank you, Virginia.
Don't worry, Richard. I've got some work for you, Kevin.
Oh, good. Thank you. I love work.
Well, you give me lots, so I thought I'd give you some back.
That's all these, is it?
Yeah, well, that's synopsis of what Richard gave you yesterday or last week.
Good.
And now a couple of the valuations on the properties for you.
Thank you. Beautiful. Well done. See, Virginia's job is to make me look good, but really it's Virginia doing all the work. And Roxy.
Latest report for you.
Okay, thank you.
With the top row on each
I
page.
noticed that. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you send a note through to Troy?
Yep.
The figures on the internet branch look terrible. What's happening? Can you give me a report? Are those figures correct?
Okay.
There's a magazine which you'd know about, and a lot of good information's in this because we have Danielle working on it full time. So even though you're reading this, she's working on the next one. So she does a fantastic job. Pretty she's not here.
Yeah.
Then if your property's not let, you're losing money and you want to make sure that you're going to have a tenant soon. All landlords are captive to the letting agent, and we've broken that monopoly. So here, this section here, no matter where your property is around Australia, they're monitoring who the best agents are in the area, organising to see what the rents have risen to, and then they get 3 agents competing for your business to make sure that you're hopefully never, ever out of rental income. Extremely important. Those that go bankrupt in investment property, the primary reason is insufficient rent or no rent. I hope you enjoyed the insights of the club, and if you're up this way, please drop in, see Suzanne at the counter downstairs, and she'll get someone to take you through and show you the area, and you'll get a chance to talk to the people that have helped you with your property, whether it's checking it before you bought it, or the researcher perhaps that did all the hard work beforehand and collected all the information you used to examine your property, or the people that are currently letting your property. We've also got the area that will look after your property if you do have later problems, and that's our solicitors area and barrister area, where we don't let builders intimidate you. We get our barrister and solicitor to intimidate them to make sure we look after you. So even after you've purchased, we're still protecting you. Happy investing.